Hey everyone, this is Xander, and this is my current project, Dimensional Engine. I'm sort of using this as a learning project to learn how game engines work, and currently I'm working on the renderer. Um, this is a very simple scene that I've set up here just to showcase the renderer's capabilities. Of course, we have a scene with entities, and each entity has its own properties. So I'm going to go ahead and manipulate this spotlight here and to kind of show off what it looks like. Of course, they're all able to be edited in real time. There's no saving loading as of yet, but that should be in the near future. So the Spotlight works very similar to the way it works in other engines. You can edit different attenuation settings here and the cutoff and color, as well as the transform, which is how you tell it where it's pointing. I just want to take a moment to talk about the different materials here. So you can see each material, even though they're rendered on the same sort of 3D models, they all reflect light in very different ways. This is typical with PBR renderers, but it's been very interesting to learn how they work behind the scenes and the math that goes behind them. So yeah, they all have different normal maps, albedo maps, ambient occlusion maps, roughness maps, metalness maps, and I would like to add support for emission maps and height maps in the future, but that's sort of on the back burner for now. But yeah, as you can see, on that rusty material there, you can see the rust part doesn't reflect nearly as much as the metal part does, and that's the power of physically based rendering and using unique maps for materials. So yeah, this also has support for HDR maps. As you can see, it's kind of rendered as a skybox here. It's one of the pre-filtered maps that I'm using in this scene. But yeah, the environment maps, the pre-filter maps, and the irradiance maps are all pre-computed on startup using compute shaders. Just going to change the HDR map here in the source code just to show you how it can affect the scene. So you can see this scene is going to be very yellow and much different vibe than before. But yeah, depending on the roughness levels, they sample different levels of details with this map. So you can see in this gold material here has a very sharp reflection. You can pretty much tell exactly what it's reflecting. It's pretty metallic, and so its specular component is very high, and so it samples a higher level of detail of that environment map. Whereas these lower less reflective materials sample it at a lower level of detail. So I'm just going to play around with this point light here for a bit and kind of show you, sort of the power of the engine as of now. It's a very interesting magenta color that shows, but yeah, the transforms work as they would in any other engine. I'd like to add gizmos, so you can edit them without going to the properties panel. But yeah, scale, rotation, and position work very, very similarly to how they should in other rendering engines. It's a very, very big model. So I'm just going to play around with it a little bit here. And of course, this is running on Linux right now, but it does have support for Windows. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and feel free to check out the source code on my GitHub. My GitHub is just Clackroe, CLACKROE. Thanks so much.